Hi, welcome to Undead Yarn. My name is Heidi. You can find me on Ravelry as Knitty Girl and on Instagram and Twitter as Undead Yarn. How is everybody doing? It's been a while. This is episode number 95, and this is the first episode that will not be uploaded to iTunes. I've decided that since YouTube is actually able to upload my best quality video, that I no longer wanted to pay the $250 a year to be on iTunes. It's hard because you have to condense it so much, especially if you do more than one episode a month, in order to be in, I would say, an affordable range for iTunes. It's just not. It's costly. So I actually like the quality of YouTube better, and it's free. So anyway, if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, you can go and click the subscribe button underneath. And when we reach 1,000, which hopefully, if most of you decide to go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, we should reach that number pretty quickly. So those of you who are on iTunes, go subscribe on YouTube. And when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will give away this skein of Fishnets yarn. And it's called At Sixes and Sevens. And as far as I know, this was an exclusive colorway for SSK. I don't know if she's going to dye this beyond. Maybe after a year. I don't know if she's going to even make this colorway again. But it's basically, it's gray and then rainbow stripes. So this is what it looks like. And it is 400 yards, and it's an 80-20 merino nylon. So this will be up for grabs once we reach the 1,000 member or 1,000 subscriber mark. So that's what I wanted to do with that. And what I would like to do next is talk about my works in progress, and I only have one. I really have been trying to take this Whip It Good seriously. This is something I started 2 years ago, maybe? Maybe it was just 1 year. I want to say it's been 2 years, though. I did finish my first sock, Andre Sue Knits, and this is an alpaca merino nylon base. And I'm pretty close to finishing the second one, because it's pretty much all I've been knitting. So the second one is almost done, which is wonderful, and I will show you. I think I have the tag in here. Oh good, I have a darning needle in there for Kitchenering. It was her Lush base, and the color is Rollick, and this is before she started doing all her sock blanks, which I have 2 of those too that I need to get to at some point. They're so pretty, I don't know, like I think I want to leave, I know a lot of people have said this, but I think I want to keep a part of it at least, not knit, but I don't usually use a whole sock blank to knit a sock, so I'll probably be able to do that. So that's the only whip I have right now. I'm going to be starting, since I'm so jealous of everybody with their advent calendars, but I have so much yarn I didn't want to buy another advent calendar. So what I'm going to do is pull out all my minis and my mini skeins, and probably not the scrap ones. I'm going to pull out the ones that I bought and I was going to do something else with it. I'm going to pull them out, and I'm going to start one of those double crochet blankets. I love the ones I've seen, those scrappy blankets, and I think it'll go fast because it's basically, the whole thing is double crochet, so I won't have to think a lot to do that. Speaking of not having to think a lot, I just finished my easy folded poncho too, and I really love the way it came out. And it was knit with some snowflake yarn from Hobby Lobby it's partially wool and partially nylon and acrylic. And I wore it yesterday. I really like the way it fits. And I could see myself making another one in a solid color. And it's nice and cozy. I would like to make one with 100% wool. I know you can't see it that well because I'm short. But I really like the way it fits, and it was very easy to knit because it's basically just a big rectangle, and then you just seam it together up at the top. And so yeah, I would love to knit another one. I would really like to knit one with maybe not 100% wool, but a pretty high wool content so that it'll be warmer. This is warm, but it's not like when I put on my merino poncho that I made a while ago, where that I've like put on, I feel really warm. This is not as warm. It's warm enough for a lot of Texas weather, but it's not quite as warm as I would like a sweater to be when it's cold. So that is an FO. And then I also I wanted to show you this handspun that I've been talking about that I never showed. I might have shown some of it. This is Lone Star Arts, and I have one more skein. I don't know where it went, and it's funny because the last skein looks a lot different from the first two. Here's one, and this is just 100% merino, and it's by Lone Star Arts. And I'm very happy. It's a 2-ply, and I'm very happy with the way it came out. One of them is thick and thin, and the other one is looking kind of like a worsted weight. I'll have to see exactly what it is. And then I have another one. I can't find a skein. I don't know where it is. I swear. The older I get, the more I forget. Oh, and I also, look, I have on 2 different earrings. You know why? Because my earrings keep falling out and I can't find both of them to match, and I'll save one on the counter and then randomly find it on the floor somewhere. Today I decided, hey, I'm just going to put them both on. I don't care if they match. They're the same color, basically. They're copper. All right, random. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but it will go into a project together. You know, I usually knit shawls and socks. So this is 100% merino, so I will probably knit a shawl with it. I would like to use more hand spun this year. I say that every year and then I don't do it, so I need to make myself do it this time. So anyway, that's works in progress and FOs. And oh, this earring over here, this little chainmail earring, I got at a, believe it or not, it was a horror holiday sale. Not sale, but market. And it was hosted by Blood Over Texas, which is an organization in Austin that is dedicated to horror novels, horror books, horror, like just the whole horror genre in general. And it was a lot of fun. I got this and this, and I got a bath bomb that has, it's red. I hope it doesn't say my bathtub. They said it wouldn't, but I don't know. It's red and it has fangs on it. What else did I get? I got a Heathers t-shirt. I've never seen a t-shirt for Heathers. I love that movie. It's probably my favorite movie. And what else did I get? I got a few other things. I think I didn't get any books. I don't remember what else I got, but I did get a few other things. I also went to Kidnew with my friend Betty, and we met up with Jeanette, Bookish Stitcher, and I was really good. It was fun. I got to talk to a lot of my friends, and Leilani from, what is it? Dream. Why can't I remember right now? It just flew out of my head. Leilani Sue from, gosh, I can't remember her. She was back dying again. She lives up in Dallas now. She used to live in Seguin. And she's, Heavenly Fibers. She's dying again, so I got to catch up with her. And then, of course, I saw Night Owl Fibers, who I've ended with before. And Allie of Savvy Skeins was there, and so was Amanda from Lone Star, who's the one who did the fiber. She's not doing fiber as much anymore. I think she's mostly trying to focus on yarn. But she also is one of the 3 people who do the River City Knits podcast. And I did buy 2 skeins from Allie of Savvy Skeins. My friend that I went with had knit a sample of this yarn, but not in the sparkle, but she knit a shawl in this yarn, and it just looked so gorgeous. I wanted to get it, but I wanted it in sparkle because I saw she has a different sparkle than I have. This one I think is like a luxe sparkle. Anyway, the colorway isn't on here. I wish I could remember the colorway name. I don't remember the colorway name, but I'm going to knit a shawl, obviously, with that. I don't know when, but I'm really trying to kind of start knitting bigger shawls because I noticed the little shawlettes are great for shop samples, but they don't actually do anything to keep you warm. They're really more like a scarf than a shawl. So I'm going to try to start knitting bigger shawls. And so I also went to Dallas and for Thanksgiving, and my husband and I did go to the Black Friday sales. I didn't go to any yarn shops, but I got a few clothing items, and I did do Cyber Monday, and I bought my husband his first Christmas present. I'm still trying to figure out, I already know what I want to give my nieces, and I'm not sure what I want to give my nephews yet. They're harder to buy for. But I think I've got most of my holiday ideas and shopping planning done. Anthony, my husband, he made 2 pies last night. He made a grasshopper pie and a pumpkin pie. I guess he's doing some kind of, I don't know if it's a potluck or if it's a contest. I'm not really sure. I think one of them is for potluck and one of them is for some kind of contest about who's the best baker or whatever. So that was kind of fun to see him in the kitchen making a mess yesterday. But he actually did a good job cleaning up after himself. I wanted to say that everybody has contacted me for Whip It Good, and all the prizes should be on their way. There was one, the bag by Awesome Granny. I still have to get that to the post office, but everything else should be on the way. For most of the self-striping yarn that I was ordered in October is out. I just have one skein that I had to redo, and I will get that one done soon and out to you, Christy. I wanted to mention the winners for this month of the Whip It Good Cal. The self-striping yarn that I showed, I don't have it. I wish I had brought it with me. I don't have it to show right now. But the self-striping yarn that I bought from Juliana's Fiber, that prize goes to Lady Fernico, who is Marlicia, one half of the Pinhook and Needles podcast, and the FO thread is her daughter. She's the only one who posted an FO in the FO thread for Undead Yarn this month. And I know a bunch of you guys have finished things, but if you want to be eligible for a prize, you can post whatever you finished in my yarn in the FO thread, and you'll be entered to win a $7 or less pattern for the month that you put it in. So she was the only one who posted this month, so she gets the pattern. And the prize for December, I have one prize. This may be it. I may just do this one. I only had one prize for this month for the, oh, I do have this other thing I could use, we could give away. I'm not sure though. I might want to keep those because I might use them myself. Oh, I have 2 things I can give away. We got this ruler. I already have one, but we got this ruler in, I think it was the SSK bag. You can wrap it around your arm a couple of times and then snap it. So it's like a wrist ruler, and they're handy to have. I already have one, so that's why I'm going to give this one away. I got one at the Hill Country Weavers Retreat. So this will be a prize for the FO thread for December. The Whip It Good Cal. Anything you're working on, you can post. It doesn't matter when you started it. I know we're all working on something, so you can post whatever you're working on. And here's the other prize, and I think this is really cute. This is a Butterfly Dreams Drawstring Bag Kit. It's got yarn, beads, ribbon, pattern, and goat's milk soap in it. And it's from a shop. I don't know if they're even in business anymore. The Round Rock Yarn and Fiber Studios. But here's the yarn. And you can see it comes with everything. It's got the beads, and it's got the soap in there. So everything you need is in here, except for the needles. You would have to get your own needles. There's also even a little ribbon in there. So those are going to be the 2 prizes for the Whip It Good knit along for December. And I am excited to announce next month, or next year, it'll be January. Next year, we're going to do a whole year of shorty socks. I love knitting shorty socks because they fly off the needles. And I also have so much yarn that are like little one ball skeins, and I don't think they'll make enough. I have enough for them to make, because some of them, a lot of them are 50 grams, you know, like the Patton's Croy or Knit Picks. Some of those are just 50 grams. So I was thinking I could use those up and maybe do some shop samples while I'm at it, and make some shorty socks. And I'm hoping to get 12 shorty socks done this year. And I'm still going to try to work on my whips, but I really would like to get those. I think I would be so fun because I love wearing my hand knit socks. It's fun every morning when I'm getting dressed. I'm like, okay, which pair do I want to wear today? I don't always wear them, but I have a lot of them and I really enjoy wearing them. So I do want to do that next year, and I'm probably going to set it up maybe somewhat like the Whip It Good Cal. I haven't decided yet, but there will be prizes every month, and I don't know what they will be yet, but if anybody is interested in donating a prize, you can contact me on Ravelry, and I'd be happy to promote your business. So that's what I'm going to start doing in January, and from now on, I'm planning to do once a month recording. We'll see how it goes. In the summer, I may do twice a month. We'll see. Now that I do have more flexibility, since I'm just going to be on YouTube, it might be easier because I don't know if you guys know. You probably don't if you don't do a podcast, but a lot of you do. It takes a really long time to upload stuff because I don't have super fast internet. I just have kind of like the average of what most people have. So it takes a long time, not just to record, but to get everything together, to record and then to upload. It's almost like a whole day process. So since I'm going to have more flexibility and I won't have to upload to iTunes, just to YouTube, I'm thinking we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start off with once a month. But like I said, in the summer, I might try to do 2 a month because I have more time in the summer, unlike a lot of you guys who are busy running around with your kids. I want to make sure that I mentioned everything. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm going to release the Dead Easy shawl. I'm thinking on December 21st, and it's going to be free through Christmas. And after that, I'm going to charge for it, but probably not too much. Maybe, I haven't decided, like $2 or $3 maybe. I had some people test knit it, so it seems like the directions are pretty clear. But yeah, I don't want to charge a whole lot because I don't consider myself a professional pattern writer. I think, I just don't. So I don't feel like I should be charging a ton of money for my patterns. That's just me. And we're going to have a knit along for that too. So I think I'm not sure. I haven't decided when I'm going to start the knit along. So if you go follow me at Undead Yarn on Instagram, I will be announcing when things will be starting. I haven't decided if I want to start it in December or if I want to wait until January. But I might want to start it in December just because, it's the holidays and you have more time off, so you might have more time to do knitting. So we'll see. I will let you guys know. Like I said, follow me on Instagram as Undead Yarn. That's probably the best place to get information on current what I'm doing in the shop. And let's see, so that I will let you know. Oh, and the other stipulation is if you use one of my yarns, Undead Yarn, or if you use Lady Fernico Creations yarn, you can get double points for knitting the shawl. So just want to throw that out there. You might want to go check out Lady Fernico Creations. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I have dyed for Christmas. But first, before I forget, because I keep forgetting to do this, and I'm very sorry, Cappy. She has been so generous with her coupon. She's had this coupon for several months, and she's running it through the end of December 31st. She has beautiful yarn. She's the Yarn and I on Etsy. And if you type in Undead Needles, all in capitals, it'll give you 15% off a purchase of $25 or more. She has beautiful yarn, so go check her out. And now I'm going to show you guys my Christmas stuff. Yay! And I also wanted to let you know I am trying out some new bases. I don't know. One of them I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep. The other one I'm not too sure about. So I'm going to be knitting up some new bases, and that may be coming in January. So I have two colors that I did on just regular skeins of yarn for Christmas. And this one is Abominable Snowman. It's basically a bunch of different kinds of blue, and it should come out, it's a speckled dyed, but there are going to be some areas that have more color than others, so this one will probably be variegated, and I am going to be knitting up a sample of this yarn, so watch the Instagram feed, because I will show you what it looks like. So I dyed it in the new base, and that one I am probably going to carry. It's a 80-10-10, and it's cashmere, merino, and nylon. Or the 80% is the merino, and then there's 10% nylon and 10% cashmere. And I'm very interested in using this because it has a lower nylon count, and I'm kind of searching around for stuff like that because I don't think we need to have, just from what I'm hearing about spinning and using different yarns for socks, I don't think we need to have 25% necessarily, although it does make the yarn very nice and soft, I will admit. I am interested in other blends and their sturdiness. So this is another Christmas colorway, and this one is Home for the Holidays, and that is basically your standard blue, and well, not standard, because I do have some bluish green in there. There's green, bluish green, and red speckles, and this one should dye up speckled. It looks very speckled to me. I'm not sure if I will get a chance to knit this. If any of my friends out there who live in the area would like to knit it up, let me know. Oh, and I wanted to show I have 3 sock blanks, and they're all just original. I'm calling them my watercolor Christmas ones because I use stencils, but I was not as concerned about it's sticking like perfectly like I did when I did the fairy blanks. So I wanted to try something different. And this one I used some stencils, but it's harder to tell because it's more of a watercolor type thing. And so this is one of my watercolor Christmas colorways, and the stencils I used were Halloween not Halloween, what am I talking about? Christmas ornaments. And here's another one. That one was mostly a white background, and oh, I should also tell you, it goes all the way through to the back. So if there are white spots, it's going to be because there are white spots throughout. But you shouldn't have the normal white spots that people get when they're working from a sock blank that isn't dyed all the way through. See, this is the back, and this is the front. And I purposely tried a new technique to get this so that it went all the way through. And this is my favorite one. I only have one of each of these, but they were so fun to make. This is my favorite one because it has your typical Christmas colors in it. So it's basically, I dyed a gradient and then I put the ornaments on top. That's my favorite panel. I like that one a lot. But you can see they're kind of watercolory. So this one will knit up as a gradient, but it will have flecks of other color throughout the gradient. So I think that's kind of fun. So that's what I have in my shop. And I think that's the rest of everything I needed to talk about. Let me make sure that I don't have anything else lying around. Oh, I did want to show you guys, I've only done one club this year, and I try not to do clubs as much anymore because I usually get disappointed. But I really, really liked the Hedgehog Fibers Club last year. I liked everything I got. And this is a company that I've always wanted to try, but every time I go to their website, I'm so overwhelmed because I want everything. So I thought maybe if I got their club, I would get a sampling of everything. And this is Twisted Fiber Arts. And they had, it's called Bread and, what was it? Bread and something. I love their packaging. Look at this. I will show you this. It's really great. I love their packaging for the club. Look, it comes in a cute little box. How awesome is that? And then, so they have their logo on it, which I like, and then the website. So that's really smart. And then inside, for this club, I got, this was the colorway. You got to pick warm or cool, I think, colors. And of course I went for the warm because that's my jam. So this one is called Vanity. Ooh, I like the name. And it looks like it's going to be purple and red and pink stripes. And then we got, she gave us a little note. And I think we usually get a recipe. Yeah, she gives a recipe because it's bread. I forget, bread and cake maybe it was called, club. I'm not much of a baker, but it's still kind of a cute touch. Here's the recipe. And then she also gave another little extra. And I think this is a wraps per inch thing. I could be wrong. It's got a ruler on the edge. There's no numbers. I don't think that's for needles though. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can tell me if you know what it is. I probably should read the letter because that probably tells exactly what it is. Let's see. Yeah, oh, it was bread. The name of the club was Bread and Roses. And the cool thing is, there are colorways that I wish I would have gotten that they're going to put on sale only to us who are in the club. And I have to make sure I go and check that because there were a couple colorways I really liked. I really shouldn't be buying any more yarn though. It's coming out my ears, but I can't stop. I think I'm a yarn collector. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a good holiday. I will see you after Christmas. So after Christmas and Hanukkah, so, or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Oh, and my shirt, it's a llama. And on the bottom, it says fa la 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 llama. Isn't that cute? Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. Get busy knitting or get busy dying.